Oh, hello YouTube. Miss Grizzly again. I'm back. It's gonna take me a second to find it. Oh, it took me less time than I thought. So we're doing BAA and Alita. We're doing the last 3 chapters of Volume 8. Chapter 47, 48, 49. Last time we left off. What is her name? Saru, Sagius was left with a choice. Either to side with the vampires or side with the humans, because humans tried to kill all of them except for her. But Victor kind of figured that, so he knew this was coming. I was just gonna jump right into it. I'm recording this today. This should come out today. I was hoping to record something else and get out tonight, but I don't know if I will. I'll try. But it's probably gonna take an hour or more. Yeah. So let's just jump into it. Chapter 49, or Phase 49. Innocence that deserve to die 1,000 times. You can see now they're up to like almost their chest with this gas. I think this is Jacob talking. You knew it was a trap. You are insane, and you even let that bitch choose between humans or us. Watch your mouth. I'll kill anyone who insults my wife. He doesn't even care about our lives at all. Please listen to me, Vilma. We are the only humans that can keep civilization in the world. You can understand what that means and how important it is. Please understand. It's not that we just don't want to lose our lives or property. We have a mission for the future to pass down. A great wisdom and legacy that humans have made for thousands of years. If we give up now, and humans will die out. Like ancient dinosaurs. At that time, his explanation couldn't reach my heart. Pure anger of being betrayed went through my veins. I wouldn't doubt it. Victor, please, swear to overlook my lifesavers to escape. John and Colin. Vilma. Don't come any closer. He punches this. Like, this guy goes for this villager with a shovel. She hits the villager, setting him up, and then hits him again. And you can see him spiral around the room behind her. As organs are falling out of him. Oh. Which one's John and Colin? So my guess is they're gonna kill everyone else but John and Colin. Stop film. But before he could even realize, she whipped the gun out of his hand and knocked him to the wall. Please, Victor, swear. Okay. Swear by my sword not to kill Colin and John. Human's greatest wisdom and legacy. Fool. Victor now has John up by a collar. We caught Knights are proof of that the history that you only read in books about the sins of humans and their dark history. And do you think it will go just like that after you try to kill us and pass down only a convenient portrayal to the future? You beast. John spits in his face. You want to kill me, do it, but you can't defeat my soul. So tearing you apart isn't enough for you. You tried to kill us and betrayed the belief of my wife. So everyone else is going to get punishment instead of you. But I'm a knight, so I'm not shameless like you. So I'll keep my promise. And you can see Victor fucking just pissed. Like, this whole panel is just pure anger, and he's just yells, "Kill them all!" Velma throws Jacob a gun. Finally, I was waiting for those words. Revenge for Zappo. Don't let a single person survive. Kill all the women, children, and animals. Burn and destroy everything so that humans can never live here again. Bastard. Go to hell. And Victor is dragging John and the boy Collins. Follow me, boy. And now, next panel, you can see Jacob and Morse are just wrecking the places, killing everything in sight. And we're back out to Victor and them. They're out in the snow. Daddy, a shelter, human civilization. He's gonna break. Boy. I'm so grateful that you saved my loving wife. Victor. I didn't check audio. This would be bad if I had an audio problem. Victor. Really appreciate that. Colin's actually standing his ground, which is great to know. Do not want to wear a headset while I'm doing this. Do you understand that innocence attracted her heart? And in the end, it hurt her heart. Your innocent deserves to die 1,000 times. In front of Vilma's eyes, he cuts off Colin's arm. His right arm. Why? You said you promised. I didn't kill him. Just cut off his right arm. Stop that wound quickly or he will die. John. Oh yeah, sorry. Colin's the father. John's the kid. See him bleeding profusely. The father is in so much agony and pain. Don't have to hold back. Fresh blood from the boy you loved. Must be very tasty. and you can see she thinks blood, and she stops herself. She bites her own arm. And this Victor didn't expect this. What? What are you doing? Stop. And then she turns around and bites Victor. Oh, this is okay. All things considered, my foolishness might have caused this result. Good. I'll never be able to listen to her guitar playing again. Tears flowed down, got frozen, eroded by the wind, and fused with snow. Colin's shelter perished. In the meantime, you see Colin and John just gone from this picture. I think they're walking away in the background. I think that's what we're seeing. And we see John playing guitar. A sketch of it. Playing guitar to Vilma. That's actually a very short chapter. I think the next chapter is as long as this one. As short as this one. I think it's only 30 pages. I don't know about the final one. Maybe we won't have a long one this time. And I really can get my other thing recorded and uploaded. Otherwise, I'm giving this 8.5 out of 10. We're going to be jumping into chapter 48 or phase 48, Encounter. It looks like we're sticking with Vilma. How many years and months have passed since then? No one can count anymore. The long, long winter. The number of living things was decreased day by day. Hey, Victor, if we continue traveling a few hundred of years or more, and all living things are gone except us, what would you do? Well, first, let's kill and eat them. See, Victor is still alive, so she didn't kill him. Victor Morse might have heard. He's laughing. And then, only you and I would be in this world. Then this time, I could be released from my curse. My heart would finally rest. Let's sleep together in a frozen world. We would hold each other like this, become ice statues. A million years pass. Million years. Your imagination doesn't have any limit. Some aliens would come to empty the earth. Would find our statues. Travelers from another planet. I wonder if they have feelings. They could feel that we lived and loved. They could, surely. And we get more pictures of this just apocalyptic world with all the snow and ice. We see a city, and we see it further out, and then we see a cruise ship, and then we see a sign for St. Louis and Columbus and Chicago. I'm sorry if you're hearing stuff. People are working on their house. And I absolutely don't know which direction. But I have the fan on. And so, when we pick all the things from one place, then we would just go to the next. From place to place, eating everything that moves. I'm guessing this is why when Alita was traveling back and just battling Alita towards the end of the series, that's why everything was just deserted, and why the that last city of humanity, whatever it was called. It's not technically the last city, but it's one of the last cities. The junkyard scrap area. And we continue our trip with an infamous feeling. Oh, we see the arch. The weird arch. I can't remember where that is. And finally, we arrived at the place with a big arch. We didn't know this place would be our place of death. We see they're killing the mutant things. Again. From 2 chapters ago. 2 or 3 chapters ago. Oh, nice effect. This is big. We don't have to worry about food for a while. Mistress will be happy. Ooh. A fucking arrow hits Morse in the ear. Gah! Arrow. Human. He pulls out the arrow. Then we get a flash. Over to Victor, Vilma, and Jacob. They have found Morse. And this guy, whoever shot the arrows, have brought Morse to them. There isn't even a single wasted shot. He directly hit every muscular gape, tenders, cruciates. Amazing skill. Boy, you did this alone? Even blind, he was really strong. I heard you. Guys are immortal, but with my arrows. It's the same as hunting white bears. You are the cannibal vampire Baron. Know what this is? Jacob looks and it's a grenade. He has a grenade in his hand. I don't see the pin. I think the pin is already pulled. Oh, you better stop, dude. And he opens his vest and he's just covered in dynamite. We will explode together. Dynamite. Ah, I like you, boy. Victor. He's very bored. Show me your face. I'll allow you to introduce yourself. My name is Arthur. Farewell. I'm from Bloody Shelter. Farewell? No kidding. So this would be what, John, their family name, John and Collins, right? Today I came to greet you and say that we from Bloody Shelter won't try to escape or hide ourselves, and you are Vilma? Yes. My grandpa wants to see you, so will you come with me? Of course, I assume your safety. And we see them walking up to a Indian a tent. Side, we see this very, very old man. Someone right next to them. Grandpa, I brought Vilma here. Oh, it's John. Because he's missing the arm. I just realized that already 50 years passed since that day. John, Vilma, you're still alive. Sorry. What are you saying? I have to apologize. Vilma, please take care of my grandson and my people. Arthur, I'm here, Grandpa. Do your best, everyone, and restart Marin. This is the final hope of human civilization. Grandpa? Grandpa, hey! Meeting John released me from pressure in my chest, but at the same time it pulled me back from a sweet dream to severe reality. Same as 50 years ago. He looks horrible. He would be, what, 60? But I'm guessing this wasteland is no, like, it would be so harsh on the human body. Same as 50 years ago, the painful choice between coexistence and dying out. He was happy because in the end he could see the person he wanted to see the most. So what are you going to do now? Are you on our side, oh, I already killed one of your side, so completely okay with war, huh? Impudent kid. He is completely different than John. But this will probably be the last chance coexistence between human and continents. If we don't succeed, it will just be slaughter in certain end. What was horrible about Farewell's shelter was that Victor was pretending that he accepts my proposal, not the betrayal. Even if they didn't betray us, he would have slaughtered them anyways. If I try to convince him one more time, I would wonder if I could succeed in making him understand. I failed once, but should I do? What should I do? It's weird. Can't see a watchman, Auntie. Oh, Jacob followed them. Come on. Worry about you, so I came here. You planning on making a trap? Jacob shoots a bullet. Die, kid. And it's heading towards Arthur. And it stops in midair. Vilma stopped it with her sword. She repelled the bullet. Amazing. Supernatural. Vilma, why won't you be mine? No way. You want Victor to kill you? Then fine, I'm fucking killing you traitor. And I'll fuck you after you die. Why am I not surprised with Jacko? I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I really didn't expect to see them and see that 50 years have passed since that moment. Of them letting the father and the son live. Okay. We got one more chapter pickup. We're not far. We're like 24 minutes in. It depends on how long this is. This could go on for 20-30 minutes. If not, this is going to be a shorter part, which I'm fine with. I'm still going to be probably reviewing for 10 minutes or so. Usually happens with BAA and Alita. There's a lot to talk about. We even talk about the first 3 chapters of this volume because I didn't really talk about it too much, just because I was thrown so much off by it. But we're jumping into chapter 49 or phase 49, Tragedy. We see on the cover is Arthur with a bow and arrow. And we see Jacob firing at his guns. Needless to say, Sword versus gun. Sword has far more risks. It's too late when you look at bullets and then make some actions. Enemy's anger comes with a bullet. I can't explain in a scientific way, but there is a heightened consciousness when shooting. So I just sensed it and put a sword in the bullet's path and repel the bullets. But Jacko is a professional. He shoots feint shots with death shots and continually shooting at full speed. It's impossible to guard against all. You have a shot that hits her hat, and then you have a shot that hits her shoulder. I don't know if it actually hit any of her shoulder. I think it might have just hit a part of her jacket. Can't tell with that. But she's running towards him. Just guard critical points, and close up to the enemy at risk. The smallest reaction of fear or hesitation can be deadly. From my experience, the distance that I have confidence in counterattack against a gunman is 5 steps for a rifle, 10 steps for handgun. I can't come closer to him. I can't come close to him. 2 more steps. Defend. I can't. In that moment, you see Jacob just staring her down as he was continuing to shoot. That moment, he lost his balance a bit and stopped shooting for an instant. For half a second is enough to counterattack. And he gets both pistols knocked out of his hand. With an instant, I think he pulls 2 more pistols out from his jacket, and you can see he's part cyborg, it seems. Or maybe mechanics to have extra pistols, and in an instant when that happened, you're dead. She just cut up his arms like nothing. And put her sword in his head and pulled off his head. And Arthur is like, wow. Looking for a distance. I didn't even have to support you with arrows. You're bleeding. Are you okay? It's just a scratch. I was lucky. Icicles that fell because of the impact we made during the fight caused his loss of balance. If it didn't happen, I would be killed, and the future history might have changed. I'm leaving. No, let me. Victor is waiting. You killed your friend. What are you going to say about that to him? He will kill you. If I let you go now, we will never meet again. Feel the same. So I will never leave you. This time I should have left here and go back to Victor no matter what. If I did that, another tragedy might not have happened. So she's saying that a tragedy does happen. This is where we all die. They've been hinting towards a tragedy. It's gonna happen. It could have not happened if she went back to Victor. At that night, how Victor felt when he was waiting for me. All by himself. People used an abandoned military base to make bloody shelter. So it's much bigger than Pharaoh's shelter. And there were more than 1,000 people living there. John Pharaoh's funeral was held at the main hall. I heard that he was a really nice doctor and teacher, so lots of people adored him. You have whoever this lady is. The lady was in the tent with with John and Arthur. Fiance of Arthur. Haruka played him. That's the fiance. So Arthur's wife. Haruka played a melancholic song with a flute. The sweet tone of a flute made me forget the anxiety about the future, so I enjoyed reminiscing on John. It looked like this kid doesn't have sense for music at all. Oh, Cider. Oh, this is Vilma. The legendary vampire? Oh. You have a gun pointed at her. Stop. This guy in the wheelchair. Who brought this woman here? This guy is the legendary leader of Bloody Shelter. Marcus. Damn vampire. Vilma is my friend. She even killed her friend to save me. You already heard the report. Go away, Arthur. Grandpa, made up with her. She is not an enemy. Please stop it. Please stop it. This is a professor. John's funeral. Marcus. And the guy behind him puts a hand on his shoulder. Vampire, you coward. Are you afraid of them so much? Fuck it, Arthur puts his arm in Vilma's face. I will become a vampire and prove to you that they are not different. So bite me, Vilma. And she's just puts his arm away. You should think more on what you are doing. When you get infected with the V virus, the vampire virus, I'm guessing, you have to suffer from pangs and hallucinations for 3 days, 3 nights. Cognics call it altered shock. Children, old people that don't have the strength die 100% of the time. Even a healthy youth's probability of survival is only 1%. 1 out of 100. Don't worry, I won't die. Please. So hurry, please. You can see the wife here. You will also lose your reproductive system, so you will never have a baby. And that makes his wife start slapping him. Arthur, you idiot. Idiot. You suck. You made a girl cry. But you tried to protect me. I feel happy for that. I have no choice. I will allow her to stay. Only in the controlled area of the recon structure group. But I can't ensure your safety outside of this area. I'm ashamed that I showed you such an ugly scene. Haruka, when will you get married with him? Marin is absorbing Arthur. So he said the wedding will be after the work comes to the end, the first stage. I wanted it when Professor John was still alive. Aaron. John also talked about that. What is that? Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know it well, but it's like a mirror that shows people's hopes and fears. Mirror. By the way, Vilma, you have seen the real moon, right? Please tell me about the starry sky in spring. I've only read about in books. See her almost looks like Alita in a way. Or Yoko, whatever you want to say. The next day, we see a scientific machine. This is Marin. What is this mirror? Now we have a fuse with a conservative group like Marcus, because they can't understand the meaning of reconstructing it. Riley, can you explain Marin itself better than I can? Hopefully someone can, because I'm very curious with this. Arthur's friend. Heir of Vita Mathematics. The official name is Wave Function Convergence Observation Machine. Before the catastrophe, Arthur's great-grandfather, Colin Farewell, researched about it. Colin. 2006, Colin made a quantum brain simulation Pendragon to inspect the hypnosis of a quantum brain, which is advocated by R. Penrose. Via mathematics. The mathematics has its origin in Brahmanism, a sacred book from ancient India. Use of Sutra arithmetic is such that you can solve complicated calculations easier than the Eastern mathematics. And R. Penrose, 1931, mathematician and physicist. He has lots of achievements in space science. He created the hypnosis of the quantum brain, quantum effects that occur inside the cell to create feeling. We're getting like really old stuff now. The discovery that the observation data could forecast the future. The military was interested in this, and they gave them money and resources, so they made a new research team with the aim of future forecasting. They made Marin that replaced Pendragon. In 2010, Marin forecast that impact of a enormous meteorite. Colin appealed to the top brass about this, but they ignored him, so scientists just scattered and prepared for the disaster. So that's what happened to this world. Next year, the meteorite impacted became true. Civilization and history, which humans created until then, ended up destroyed. You think in this day and age, if something like that were to happen now, it wouldn't just be like telling the top brass, it would be all over the internet. Like, so quickly, too. Because if people were to die, or show the chances of dying, I would absolutely fill some bucket lists. I filled some stuff off my bucket list. We found out about this from a notebook that Colin left behind. So he made an expedition to go and find a trace of the laboratory that was a few hundred kilometers away from here and retrieve Marin. This is a replica that we made from studying the original machine. Forecasting the future. It's hard to believe. Possibility changes to a certain reality. It is called contraction. of wave function in the quantum mechanics. So anyway, before I continue, because I just want to talk, what the fuck? This is like, jumping into this, I thought we would just continue the story without getting how the world became how it is now. But I'm liking that we're getting the full history of the world. I'm hoping, if anything, they can show how it became a snow wasteland to a desert wasteland. What happened between? Because I'm very, very curious how that could have happened, how many years have passed, and also what happens to Victor. Victor is the only one alive of the group now, other than Vilma. And I would think he would have to die. And she would be the only one remaining. Expert in medical science and pharmacy, Yung Fang. There's a lot of merits to research the techniques from the old civilization. Prevision? It'll be fun if we can, won't it? Engineering family, Morzel, Kurula, and Dizzy. They work on artificial literature machine development. We can change the future. That is problem? It's the reader of the Akashic record. Mystery memory layer that has all information about things that had happened after the birth of space. R. Stern, 1861 to 1925, suggested it. Group of 3. I wonder about that other name that I saw earlier that gave me like a 19-something date next to his name. I wonder if it didn't have an end date because he wasn't dead yet when this was written. He could be dead now, all I know. Group of 3 eccentrics has Kazuto and Urun working on reconstruction. It's Or. No, it's Orch. Or. No. Now, in this time, Vector is concentrating. Members of the expedition team. Taekum, Ben, and... I'm not writing down these names just because I don't feel good about this. Their job is collecting material and physical labor. It is not prevision. What it tells you becomes truth. Okay, where is that name? I want to look up that name. R. Penrose. R. Penrose, born 1931. He's not dead yet. He's still alive. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, so he's still alive. That's insane. Roger Penrose. Okay. Going back down. That's really cool. I think we have a scientist or like someone that discovered, like him just hypnosis of the quantum brain. I really want to look that up now. Maybe I'll read about that later. Right. hypothesis. 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 The quantum mind or quantum consciousness is a group of hypotheses proposed that classical mechanics alone cannot explain consciousness, posing instead that quantum mechanic phenomenon such as entanglement and superposition may play an important part in the brain's function and could explain crucial aspects of that's taken from the article and of consciousness. The scientific hypotheses are as yet untested and can overlap with quantum mysticism. I will read about this later because I'm curious. Well, I don't care if it's forecasted the future or not. We have Arthur down here with her, Vilma. I don't understand you well, but is it okay that the project leader behaves like this? When we went on the expedition to get Marin, here were barbarians at the laboratory. They worshiped Marin as a cursed god. They almost offered rather as a sacrifice to it. We shouldn't be like that. Marin has to be useless. It's just a useless machine that can only tell us the future. Marin is just a symbol to lead our hearts to the future. I read in a book that our ancestors traveled to space, but what about the people here? We lived in this hole for too long. We lost our spirit. I'll break through. I think we're getting close to the end of the chapter because I'm looking at the scroll bar. Since I read page after page like this downwards, I'll break through those thick clouds and see the blue sky someday, even if it takes time. I thought he was just a twerp who has power and can only shoot arrows, but he's a descendant of the Farewell family. He can change this frozen world. I want to believe in that. Indeed. Oh no. In a mirror that shows people's hope and fears. Oh no, she's gonna die, right? Victor's gonna kill her. Arthur's wife. That word from Haruka makes the most sense. She's outside playing the flute. You can see the moon. You can see the landscape. You can see her music like causing this emotion. Music can bring you to a land made of the music. And you can see clapping. Yeah, Victor's nearby. It was beautiful. A gentle melody filled the long passion. You made it? Must be Victor. Vilma's really worried about you. If you become our friend, everyone will be happy. But then, naive, innocent heart, are you... Again, you deceive my wife. Happy coo. My satisfaction is only in cutting a human's throat off and drinking their blood. I'll give you a gift as a reward for your great flute playing. The devil gives you his blessing. You'll get immortal life and eternal youth. No, please stop. And he rips off her jacket and bites her neck. He's going to try to change... I need to write down her name. I need to write down Arthur and her name. At least. fuck. I think that's the end of chapter 2 because I see the end page, so we're pulling this up. We're gonna start reviewing. Arthur and Haruka. Oh, fuck. Victor's gonna try and make her into a vampire. It's a 1% chance, right? That's what Vilma said. Yeah, the end cover has a lot of information and stuff. It has information on the toys that Zapple, the bandage one, had in his hands. Chairman comes. Do you know any children stories for children? Peaceful afternoon in gun troll. Let me see. I've been to Japan once before. The meteor fell. My ancestors were from there. Hey, am I beautiful? You're that ripped mouth woman? So she is one of the old legends of... There's actually a Mawan about it that I've known most of it. I still have to go back and find it where I left off. But it's the ripped mouth woman. I can't think of what it's called. The ripped mouth woman is always wearing a big mask and asking people, am I beautiful? It's an infamous ghost story. Yeah, I know. Taxi ghost. Hanakun-san in toilet in Tobobaki. Baba. Turbo Baba. Old bat. Are all you? Putting a cat in the microwave, worm burgers, and the thread from a pierce hole was also your doing? I hoped you enjoyed the Bloodfest. I know I did. In the end page we have 2 Alitas flipped each other, and then you have Vilma here. So, I'm given 47. I'm given a 8.5. 48. I'm given a 9 out of 10, and then chapter 49. I'm probably giving it a 9 too, because it's really good. So, talking about this, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. We're learning the whole history of the vampire group, the whatever they're called. I didn't write down that name. Whatever they call themselves, the vampire group, and they're traveling through mankind after this disaster that we now know was a meteorite that hit the planet, which makes sense. A meteorite of that caliber would cause a winter like that. It happened before, and so it makes sense. And also, scientists knew of this, and no one on the top brass wanted to listen. So probably most of the humanity died on that day. I wouldn't doubt it because people like to listen. I'm saying nowadays it'd probably be more heard than anything else. There'd be chaos, but what are you supposed to do? They found the civilization, the farewell shelter, and then they broke Alita's heart in a way. And then Alita spared John and Collins. Collins lost the arm, and then they left, and then we got a chapter or two of just them walking and talking about how the time has changed. We got the history of what happened to the planet prior. We have this machine that can predict the future. That's how they knew that the meteor would hit. That's my leg. Ugh. Then we saw Morse die. We saw Zappo die. We saw Jacko die. Jacko fought Vilma, and Vilma won because Jacko tripped but also flinched for that half a second, which gave her the instance to move up and kill him. Victor's not too happy, like always, but I think Vilma's right. He was going to kill the humans no matter what they chose. I think in that opinion with Pharaoh's shelter, if she chose the humans, he was just going to kill her along with the shelter and just say his wife got lost, or do something even more ridiculous. But this time I think he has to die. I think he has to die, otherwise humanity is not surviving. You could turn other vampires, but he is not one of them that needs to survive. I'm guessing he isn't alive in this series after a few chapters here. I don't think it's going to be. I can see other vampires being alive, or Velma being last. But still, I love that this is all seen from what Alita and Peng Wu and all of them are seeing this. So they have to be like, holy shit, type of situation. I'm really hoping we get more of her in the future. Like her actually, like her with the on Mars and that. I'm really hoping we see her again, because I would love to see her. Like an interaction between her and Alita and the team after they've found out all this information. Like, it'd be so fucking cool. Like I was saying, I'm expecting there's going to be casualties. I don't expect them getting away from this event without casualties. It's not happening. So, at most, we'll probably have a couple people die. Too many. But who knows? We'll find out next time we pick this up. My goal is probably sometime next week we'll pick up another 3 chapters. 3 or 4, I don't know how many chapters there are in this volume. Because some of them do have 7. Let me see. There are 6 chapters in here, so we'll pick up 3 this time, and then 3 next time. Volume 10 at 7. And then we go up, then it's volume 13. We're on, chapter 50? We've covered 8 volumes. There are there's 19 volumes, so we're almost halfway. I wouldn't even say halfway, because the last, 2 volumes have each, 10 chapters. It's 124 chapters long, so we're not even close to halfway. We're getting close. We're still a couple parts away from close, though. That close. I think, 124? So we have to cover at least 62. So when we cover volume 10, so next time we'll be covering part of volume 9. Once we cover volume 10, that's when we'll know we're halfway through Last Order. And then after we cover Last Order, we will do Mars Chronicles. But it looks like that we will catch up super quick. Mars Chronicles because there's only 46 out, and if I can at least space these out, it still will be a while, but still, I don't see them going too far, because it seems like they release like 5 chapters every year. Sometimes it's twice a year. Actually, in the beginning, it looks like it was a few months every year. And then I think when the pandemic hit, it pushed everything back. So they might go back to that. Whatever is the case, it'll be cool. Like the latest one is log 42 through 46 that came out for Mars Chronicle. But we'll see. That volume was called Angel's Vision. The next one is called Angel's Duty. Then Angel goes Nova and Angel Cake. But I'm very much loving all of this, because to get like the origin of the world and all that. Oh, I do like this. I flipped over to just see the volume cover, and it's Velma. As you can see, a rocket blast in the lift off in the background. On the page where you see characters and information about the characters, we do see Alita and Pengu, so we're getting back to Alita sometime in this next volume. Yeah, next time we pick up, it's 100 pages. 104 pages. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Okay. And that, we're gonna end it here. Like I said, I do want. I'm gonna try recording something first and then render this. And then render that. I'm hoping. God damn it. To at least get this up. Maybe that up too. But I'm gonna at least try record that first, because it's longer. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to record that one rendering. So, otherwise, that was Battle Angel Alita chapter 47 through 49. God damn it. Or phase 47 through 49 of the last of volume 8 of Angel Vision. Otherwise, if you guys like the video and like the video, give it like, if I haven't subscribe to the channel, and then I recommend subscribing to the channel, keep up with the content. Otherwise, we will be pick this up next week. God damn it, this sneeze, I just wanted to come out. But yeah, we'll pick up more of this next week. My goal is to at least get through another volume before taking another like month break or whatever. Maybe 2 volumes, but it'll probably be a month break somewhere in there. I'm saying that right now, more than likely. But I do want to try to get through more of the manga before then. Other than that, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. Hopefully I see you guys next video, and peace.